How's over Baz? And we are live. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll be right back with you, Howlers. Be right back. How's over Baz? I'm Jacob Casas.
I'm Rico Savage.
And today we have a very special guest. He actually is usually behind the mic on this one, but now he's up in front of the camera today. So we got B-GUNZ.
What up, yo? How we doing?
So B-GUNZ, tell him a little bit about who you are and what you do, but also tell him what you do for the podcast and everything.
Gotcha. So my name's B-GUNZ. I'm from New York City. I moved out here to California about 4 years ago to pursue podcasting and music. And shit, let me say, it's been going well. I met these guys not too long ago, and they do a podcast as well. So we connected on that. We chopped it up a little bit, and I was actually supposed to be on here months ago, but he ended up having trouble with his production team. And so blessings came, he happened to be on the phone with me. And as he was telling me he fired his whole team, I'm like, do you remember who you're talking to right now? And he's like, oh, shit, you do this. I'm like, yeah, I could help you out. So ever since then, shout out to our boy John out there. He's on the cameras, and I've been doing audio. So we've been trying to help them improve things over here. But on other side of things, I also do podcasting myself. I have my own podcast called Already Done, where me and a couple friends chop it up every week and tell you about shit that we've already done. That one's coming back. That's my personal podcast. I had to take a break on it for a little bit due to unforeseen circumstances, but it is what it is. And now we have the Green Rush Nation podcast. Shout out to them. Shout out to 395 Exotics. And that we got the ball rolling. That's a podcast on the weed industry. I'm sure you guys are familiar. We just interview legends, people that own companies, people that have been in it for a long time. And we just keep it going like that. So
tell us a little bit about that, because that's pretty interesting. That you're dealing with like some big dogs, some big dudes.
Yes.
And I don't know how much information you can give about that, but why don't you get into that a little bit?
So it's actually been pretty cool. I linked up with these guys. We do a stash and dash every Friday. So we go to a different city in LA basically. But these last 2 weeks, we were out in Redlands last Friday, which you guys said was popping, and it was popping.
Hey, how did you like that?
Bro, fucking.
You didn't even know it was going down like that, huh?
No idea,
It was
bro.
downtown Redlands where the bar
Yeah,
was?
downtown.
Yeah. But people came out in droves, bro. Like, no bullshit. They didn't even really know, like, how to participate, but they showed up. Like, what do we need to do? And I'm like, damn. Like,
No shit.
Yeah, so, like, there was cars fucking rushing around. It
Were
was
you on
wild.
State Street? What street were you on?
We didn't go to State Street.
That's
I
the
forget.
street that pops. Actually.
That's where you said the bars and shit were,
Yeah.
right? We
Yeah,
ended up
downtown.
going to, like, a shopping center.
Okay.
Just to make it so that they had parking and shit.
Yeah,
and we
yeah,
set
yeah.
up the
Probably like a
thing
block
there.
over.
We're
Everything's
probably-
right next to each other.
I was going to say, I have no idea where the fuck I was, but we were probably somewhere.
Did you end up going to the Straight Street later on, or?
Nah, we didn't hang out, really.
Okay.
We just got some in and out and got the fuck out of there.
We need to go
And
back.
that was down the street, yeah.
We got to go back. Shout out to Redlands, man. It pops off.
Shout out
Yeah.
to them. But also, shout out to Fontana, because we're going to be here this Friday doing another Stash and
Hometown
Dash.
shit. Hometown
So if you
shit.
guys want to pop out, you're more
I'm popping out. I don't have my kids this weekend. Let's roll.
beautiful.
You know, you post like where, like, or you give like a hint?
So what we do is we post the location for the pop-up at like I believe it's 2:00 every Friday, so they know like where we're gonna be. And then at 5:20 we post the locations where we hid the fingerboard. So we stash tech decks. We have like these little tech decks with our brand on it, and that's what you find and bring it to us, and then you get a prize.
Yeah.
So we just stash those around, and those locations are released at 5:20 p.m. every Friday on our story.
That's dope, dude. But I want to get more into you now.
Sure.
So you're from New York.
Born and raised.
You came out here. Give us a little bit about that story.
Yeah, son.
Shit, man. I haven't really told my story. I know I do a lot of podcasting and shit, but it's never about me. It's
Yeah.
always about
And that's the
guest.
thing, dude. Like I think everybody has a story, and from what I heard, I want people to hear your story a little bit.
I appreciate that.
So tell us like why you came out here, like the struggle, like whatever it took to do what you're trying to do right now, because you're out here alone. We've talked about that.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about that. Go into that.
Yeah, shit. So I'll take it back to when I started making music, It started in high school. I was in 10th grade, met a kid that lived out in Long Island where I had moved to from Queens, and he was a rapper and shit, and he's like, yo, make a rap. I was like, I don't fucking rap, bro. Like, what the fuck? And sure as shit, I wrote a rap, and then that was it. I was like, damn, I think I can do this. So started writing songs ever since then. We had like a group back in the day, but you know, when you're young, shit happens. We had a falling out. I actually thought I would never make music again, but then the pandemic rolled around, and I was listening to beats and shit, and I started writing again. And I was like, damn, like, what the fuck am I doing? You know, like, why have I not been making music this whole time?
Is music your passion or something like you just like to have fun with?
It's 100% my passion, bro. Even if it's not me writing it, just like listening to
Being
it,
around
connecting
it,
with it. Yeah, like that's like, for me, music can bring back memories. You know what I'm saying? Like
sure
I
it
can
does,
literally
yeah.
listen to a song and holy
Takes
shit,
you
like
back somewhere
it
else.
replays
Yeah.
in my head. Yeah, like that's how I relate. So I can literally look back on my whole life just by hearing music. You know?
So then is the production side, is that how you got into it because of the music, or is it just something that you just know how to do and you're good at?
So funny part is I actually don't do my production when it comes to music. That kind of audio production is like a completely different beast. That's more just technical and stuff. And I mean,
like ours, like for the podcast side, like what you do for us. Like,
That's
is that
what I was
how
gonna
something you
say.
just fell into?
So I fell into this just by wanting a podcast, you know? Same shit right around the pandemic. I was watching a bunch of podcasts. I'm like, I could talk to people. So I was like, shit, maybe I'll start a podcast. I already had a couple microphones, and I'm like, all right. So I started just audio only. I did 7 episodes, and that's when I like really realized, I was like, you know what? If I'm gonna do this shit, I have to do it right. So I started looking into like what equipment everyone used and shit like that, invested in the microphones, got the Rodecaster. Slowly, you know, just started picking up pieces, and then before I knew it, I had a full lighting camera setup with
That's hustler
microphones
shit.
and everything.
So
Yeah.
that's-
You just went like straight forward.
Well, that's smart. You know what I mean? He wanted the podcast, so I mean he learned how to the
Yeah.
outs and ends. You know what I mean? Before you got into it.
That's probably been your whole life, huh? You had no choice but to learn the outs and ends of things.
That's it, bro. And fuck school, yo. I've always taught myself shit on YouTube, you know?
Hey, I mean it's different nowadays.
Hey, school back in the day was legit, but now school's full of shit. Like,
School's cool if you want to work in a factory, bro. If you want to do that, great. Go to school, man.
It's kids I've literally seen I forget where I was at, and there was a kid. He didn't know how to he was like, I think it was like Walmart or something. He was sitting down. He didn't know how to do an application.
That's horrible.
He, like
And you know why, though?
But if you gotta do a lot of applications, you had a lot of jobs too.
Yes.
Because the thing is, though, I got a boy that could do applications all day, but he had a million jobs. That's why.
The problem nowadays, though,
write
is
your name
these
and
kids,
your address, shit. Like
right? It's not difficult.
yeah,
information,
nowadays
but
I meant like interview type shit. Like
interview's different, but like application, that's just simple. Like how you don't know how to do an application?
crazy.
No,
like-
yeah, that's true. That's true.
They don't teach you that in school. You know what I mean? Like they don't teach
But
you.
also, these kids don't want to fucking work nowadays.
No,
you
they
know?
don't want to
Yeah,
work.
nah.
So
Not
their
even-
parents
low
are
key,
filling out
not
their
even the
applications.
Pisces want to
Yeah.
work anymore.
Yeah,
The
no.
Pisces are like privileged. Like you gotta like, you know what I'm saying? Like what the fuck is going on? When the Pisces don't want to work, that's when you got problems. Everybody got
Definitely.
problems. It's like, hey, dude, low key, like let's.
After
let's
the
set it back.
after the pandemic,
You know?
nobody wanted to work because they was getting all that free money for so long and didn't have to work. Like it was places that were literally closing. I forget where I went. They were closing down like 3 hours before because they didn't have enough staff.
Yeah.
Because nobody wanted to come into work because people was getting that check and shit.
Yep.
So that's just crazy.
That's been a serious issue.
But let's get back into this, man. I want
Yeah.
to know a little bit about the story of you coming out here and all that kind of stuff. Let's
Sure.
do that.
Yeah, so pandemic rolled around. That's when I started really taking this shit serious.
You left New York before the pandemic, or you was out here before?
So I was in New York for the pandemic. When the pandemic hit, I actually owned a dog sitting, dog walking, dog waste removal business. They made me close my shit because of the pandemic. I wasn't considered essential, which I was chilling because I was like, fuck it, I'll stay home and collect a check if that's what you guys really want me to do.
Yeah.
And so I used that time to just be creative, write music, make podcasts, and I actually also used that time to come out here because flights were so fucking cheap.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? There's no one on the plane. $200 round trip. I'm going to see my cousin. So I went to see my cousins out here in Acton and ended up getting stuck out here for 2 months. And that's when I realized, like, holy shit, bro. Like, it doesn't rain out here. That's crazy to me. Like, every other day it's raining in fucking New York. That shit's mad depressing. So that's in, like, it really switched in my brain.
Is it mad depressing?
Super, bro.
No
like,
shit.
yeah.
Gloomy, and you're just inside.
I
you can't do
love the
nothing.
rain and all that shit.
Yeah,
though.
because it doesn't rain a lot. You know, that's why you're like, this is cool.
Yeah, it's true.
Every once in a while, yeah.
It like never rains. It's fucking annoying to me. Like,
Now when it even rains here, I get pissed off because I'm like, fuck this shit, bro. This is why I left.
I want to go
bro, you
back
know?
home. I might as well go back home.
we're like dying for rain. I'm like, dude, it's like.
It was to, you remember?
I want some green ass.
You remember?
shit out
What, you
here,
remember?
know?
It was to a point out here. It was before you came out here, but it was to a point where they started like you would get fined if you used your water because
Yeah,
we
it
were in
was
a
that
drought
bad, dude.
because we didn't get the rain.
After last year, I don't want to hear about a drought. Like everyone, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
It rains so fucking much. Like,
That wasn't even bad at all.
Yeah.
really?
Dude, like the thing is, like, we needed that shit. Like, I remember one year it rained so much. Like, you go through like low key or whatever, but when you went through like Brea, everything was always brown. No matter fucking what, dude, it was always brown. You can go like to San Bernardino, always brown. Rocks, all that shit. One year, everything was green. It was like going. San Bernardino was like Diamond Bar. It was like, what the hell? Why is everything green?
It looked like fucking Ireland out here one year. It was all fucking green, rolling hills. I was like, what the fuck?
I loved it, man. I was like, oh my God, everything's green for once. Like when is San Bernardino green? That was the weirdest year ever when it turned green.
Just the north end. Just the north end.
It is crazy to see, for sure.
Yeah.
So
let's get back into you coming out here.
Absolutely.
We always we're like, we're
happens.
It's a podcast, bro.
It happens.
That's what happens. But so I was out here for, like I said, it didn't rain, so I was like, holy shit, that was
out here
number
for 2
one.
months.
Number two, I was getting weed delivered to my door like every day, bro. So I was like, this is way better.
From dispensaries out here?
Yeah, just delivery services. You don't even got to fucking leave. You call them, boom, they're at your house in 20 minutes.
There were none in New York?
It was still illegal when I moved.
Oh, yeah.
When I was there. So there was no such thing as that shit. So I was like, damn. I like had mentioned to my cousin, like, yo, like, I've always wanted to move out here. Something was calling me, like, I'm going to be out here. Like, don't worry. So before I ended up leaving, I was there for the 2 months. She's like, hey, I already talked to my husband. Like, we have an extra room. You're more than welcome if you want to come out here. I was like, damn, like, don't tell me that because I'm going to come. Like, I'm going to come. Like, and they're like, okay, so come. So that was it. I went home, got everything situated, sold my business.
Fuck them dogs.
Fuck them. No, I'm kidding. Shout out to the dogs.
Hey, you know, in this world.
Hey, yo.
Hey, you know how it goes with the dogs over here? Everybody's obsessed and shit.
Yeah.
Not me. I don't give a fuck, but, you know.
But so then I took that money and just was like, you know what? I'm coming out to California, and that's it. I'm pursuing podcasting and music. And as soon as I got out here, let me tell you, I drove out here, bro. I had a 2000. Yeah.
How long was that damn drive?
Like 4 or 5 days?
It was about 4 days. I did the first leg of it completely by myself, but I was in a 2000 Chevy Cavalier coupe towing a U-Haul.
2000 what?
2000.
Oh,
you know
shit.
Cavalier?
Yeah, I know exactly.
Yeah.
Is it white? What color?
Coupe. It was silver.
Oh, silver. Okay.
Shit,
The fucking U-Haul was bigger than my car, bro, towing that shit. I swear to God. Took the first part of the leg from New York to Tennessee completely alone. Did that shit in like 12, 13 hours, real quick. Stopped 2 times, took a piss, got gas. That was it. Picked up some McDonald's too, because you got to fuel the body. But
stomach was hurting on the way.
So my best friend Dave Kim, shout out to him. He pulled up in Tennessee. He met me in Tennessee to take the rest of the trip with me. He's like, what the fuck am I going to do in Nashville? I'm like, bro, go to a fucking honky tonk or some shit. I don't know. And that's exactly what he did. I came back. He's like, bro, I had like 2 cups of Jack Daniels. He was already like, he was gone. But we had a great time, woke up, started the trip, and we went through like literally middle America. It's all nothing there, by the way. It's literally just flat plains,
No shit,
like literally. Felt like a tornado was going to rip through at any moment. Then we stopped in a couple places. We went to Amarillo in Texas and saw Cadillac Ranch, where all the Cadillacs are like hanging out. We did like some drone shit there. We saw some kind of crater in Arizona. It was like a meteor hit it or some shit. I don't know. That was cool. And then our last stop was in Vegas. So we stopped in Vegas.
Almost stayed, huh?
What happens in Vegas does stay in Vegas, and that's all I will say. But what a crazy fucking time. Then on our way, it was the next day, we were heading to California. So like this was the last leg of the trip. That's when like I kind of like started like having second thoughts. I'm like, fuck,
you probably
bro.
passing through Barstow and shit.
Well, no, I was just like, am I making the right decision? Like I'm fucking moving all the way across the country. Like I don't even know if this shit's gonna work.
Did you have anything set up as far as like job and shit?
No jobs. I was still kind of on unemployment at that time, so it was like no rush, And I had just sold my business too, so I was kind of
have something.
Yeah. And then literally I was out here it was actually nuts because I had to make sure I got out here because one of my friend's little brother is an MMA fighter and he had a big fight down in Miami. So I literally drove here
and then
flew to Miami literally like the day I got here. But so I was having the second thoughts on the drive over and I'm sitting there like, fuck, like looking at my boy. I'm like, am I making the right decision? He's like, bro, you got to just do it. Like there's no way to know until you go. So we pull up and we got to Santa Monica. And we checked into the hotel. It was like 1 o'clock in the morning. We were both fucking shot, bro. Like after partying in Vegas and then driving that whole time, like I had never been more tired. And so we got in our room and like literally just hit the bed and that was it. I was out. And I happened to open my eyes at like 5:30 in the morning and we didn't think we even had a view, bro. Like, and all of a sudden the sun starts coming up and we just see the fucking ocean and the mountains and like the most beautiful sunrise ever. And I was just like, all right, yeah, I made the right decision. Like this is where I'm supposed to be. So that was it. And I was here for about 2 weeks, got into a studio, and I had one song that I planned to record when I came out here. That was it. And I did it. It was called Do It, recorded it, got it done, mixed, mastered, and then that turned into an EP. So I ended up doing a 5-song EP, had 3 music videos on it, and that was my first push to the world. Had like a little record contract when I got out here with Red Sound Music. Shout out to them. But they helped me like, you know, navigate. They did my distribution and shit. So that was pretty cool. And then I just navigated from there, you know, did everything on my own, basically.
But how did it feel like you came out here on your own with like no support? No
Shout out to my
family?
cousins though, because like they helped me out. You know, if I didn't have her, there's no way this would have been possible. You know.
Yeah.
But she helped me get on my feet.
That's great though. That part is great.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I was alone, but I wasn't alone.
Yeah.
You know, I had some support.
That's good though. So like now, where you at now?
Shit, bro. 4 years later, I think I'm exactly where I plan to be. You know, now I'm working full time in podcasting, full time in music. I come out here.
Hold on, say that one more time though.
Full time in podcasting, full time music.
You said full time where you planned to be.
Yeah.
Did that like register like in reality?
It honestly, it just registered last month that I've paid my rent off my creative 100%, and I was like, holy shit, bro, like that's crazy. You know?
Yeah, but that's dope. You are where you wanted to be. Yes, we always want to like, you know, get higher.
Well,
and higher
I'm not
and
where
higher.
I wanted to be, but I'm on the right track.
But you're doing what you
Yeah.
wanted to do.
This is everything I said I was going to be doing 4 years ago. Yeah.
Exactly. That's the point. You know what I mean? Now it's time to like elevate, but the thing is you're at where you wanted to be.
Yes.
Yeah.
Coming out here by yourself, doing your thing, like that shit's dope, dude.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
I congrats, man. On
Thank
that.
you, brother.
That's dope, dude.
Thank you. I try to not sit in that too much, just because, like, yes, I've come so far, but I still have so far to go, bro.
What's the next 4 years?
Oh shit, the next 4 years are gonna be crazy, bro. Because this year alone, shout out to Green Rush Nation and 395 Exotics. After partnering with them, my shit has kind of been elevating. You know, they've been giving me super opportunities. I was just down
In LA.
down in LA.
There's some pretty cool guys. I met some of the founders.
Yeah, those are the owners.
Yeah, they're pretty. You guys are pretty cool. Shout out to them. You guys took care of me.
Shout out to Aaron. Shout out to Gus. Shout out to Vetty. Shout out to Steven. Shout out to my boy Riggs.
And bro, listen. So it was a club event. They hosted their business hosted the club.
Yep.
Whoever smokes weed, y'all want some good weed, go to them. I didn't even smoke.
And you're high.
Inhaling the
High
smoke,
shit.
like my throat, like I left their club early. When do I leave the club early?
Oh shit! We know that's a problem.
Like, I was high. I was like, oh my god.
You heard what he said, bro. If you like to smoke, he left the club early, bro. You'll get high.
It was too much.
He was bobbing and weaving.
It was too much. Trying to smoke, right?
But shout out to them, bro, because they put me on stage that night down at Culture Lounge with we did a party with after parties or after hours. After hours. And shit, man, it was fucking cool, bro. We were shooting the smoke gun off. You know, we had the club lit. We literally hotboxed the fucking club, bro.
The gun is where they were blowing smoke in people's faces.
Literally
with the machine.
Yep.
And you just sitting there just taking it.
I'd have been like,
some
I'm the
crazy
same way.
shit.
I don't smoke just like him.
Yeah.
So that shit be like, you know,
Yeah, you would've been wrecked, bro.
You was out of it.
I'm the same as you.
No, but you probably would have hit it though.
Yeah, probably.
I didn't hit it at all, and I was high. So imagine hitting it. Yeah.
I know. I probably would have just been retarded and did it. I probably would have did it.
But it's so cool because like I've always been a stoner, so it's cool to see like my worlds collide. You know.
Yeah.
Literally, music, podcasting, and weed is just all coming together at one time. And it was funny. I was just talking to one of my boys today, and he met me as just an artist, bro. So he's like, it's crazy that I met you not even long ago as an artist. He's like, and now you're like the face of weed, bro. He's like, it's fucking crazy. I was like, shit.
You plan on having?
What I was gonna say. You know what's crazy is a lot of dudes that come out here from other places, like looking to like just make it.
Yeah.
They make it more than people that live out here because they have this drive. It's weird.
You know what I think it
is
is, really? I think that's just because when you live here, it's right in front of your face,
Always.
and you don't even
take
know.
advantage of it.
Exactly.
You take advantage of it. Yeah.
We come here for that. So there's room for everyone, bro.
Yeah, there is.
That's why it's funny, like when some people from here do hate outsiders and come in, we get it, bro. It's like, bro, you could have got it your whole life, man. It's right fucking
the
there.
hater shit's weird. but like we even talk about like people coming from other countries that had nothing and they have whole business out here.
Crazy.
And people get mad about it, but you got to understand.
It's like, dude,
you know what I mean?
they fucking won. Like, what are you mad at? You don't want to do shit. You're lazy.
And
as
like you
fuck.
said, you had the
know what I mean?
opportunity. You could have did it this whole time, but
That's
when
it.
I do it, it's all you
gotta do is-
took the opportunity away.
Yeah.
No, you had the opportunity in your life.
All you gotta do is pull the trigger.
That's it.
all you gotta do. But people don't want to pull the trigger. They're like,
They're afraid of failing.
and it's so. To me, I don't know. I wasn't built that way, so it's so weird not to be able just to do it because you're afraid of failing.
Yeah.
Like, dude, you should be afraid of taking that same check every week.
Exactly. You should be
When you
afraid
can't
of
even-
being the same space every week. You know?
Exactly, and you're still hustling for what?
Yeah. For
What are you
somebody else.
hustling for?
But nobody ever, even the greatest people, whoever, think of anybody you thought of, nobody has ever been successful because they always won.
Yeah.
What happened? What happened when Kobe when he lost those first couple of years? He came back from those losses and made him into a championship.
Dude,
The only way to
champion, I
win
mean.
is to lose.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to. You got to lose
to
sometimes.
really win is
Yes.
to lose. There might be an exception to the rule every once in a great fucking while.
Yeah, don't lose all the time now.
You know what I mean? But
Don't
what
be a
I'm-
loser.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like, dude,
But if you've never lost,
Yeah, you got a wide awakening because I mean it's gonna open up another you know what I mean.
I
realm.
actually think it's great to lose. Like
best.
to
that's
like,
what's taught me my most shit, bro. Because you can go through some shit and you can go through some shit and tell me about it,
But you'll
and I'm
never
not
feel
gonna
it.
learn it until I fucking learn it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people are like that, and unfortunately, I am one of those people.
Was there a point whether either in the music game or the podcasting where you was like, damn, this loss, like I don't know if I'm gonna come back from it.
There's been a couple times, bro. But I think the only way to lose is to give up. You know, because once you stop, bro, that's it. It's over.
Yeah.
All the
Love
work you
that.
did put in is done.
Yeah,
But if you never stop, that's it.
yeah,
I'll put it into perspective for you. So things weren't really going my way a couple months ago. And not that I was failing or I was going to quit. I just had to recalculate and recalibrate. So I was going to move back to New York, bro. When December came, holidays came, I was out, bro. I was going to go home, see my family, and that was it. I was going to go back to school for engineering, become an audio engineer, and then come back here and be an engineer so that I'm just in music full time. You know, I was doing Uber and shit, and I'm like, fuck that. I can't be doing Uber no more because if I want to be in this shit, I got to just be in it, whether it's me
how
or
long ago was this?
this was literally in December.
to December.
No shit,
Yeah.
you're gonna go home.
I was ready to go.
Damn.
But shout out to them because I met them and then they started going full force with this shit. And that was just, I feel like God reminded me, like, nah, bro, you're not supposed to be behind the scenes. You're not supposed to be the engineer. You are the talent. You are the artist. You are the podcaster. So that was just him reminding me, like, nah, bro, you're not about to go fucking learn this shit and work on someone else's music for the rest of your life. You know, fuck that. You're going to come here and you're going to do what you came here to do. So I just needed that little reminder, you know, and ever since then, bro, the shift has been crazy and the momentum just like you can't stop shit like that, you know, and it's just divine timing, right place, right time, preparation meets opportunity.
So what drives you? 'Cause, like no, hold on, like low key, like what?
My car? No.
No,
What
like,
keeps you motivated? Like what wakes you up every day?
The thing is though, like you came out here alone. You know what I mean? Like there has to be something that drives you. Not like a lot like people. Some people have kids. Some people have a wife, kids, whatever. You know what I mean? Spiritually, whatever. But what actually is the thing that drives you?
The thing that drives me to keep doing this shit is I firmly believe that God gave me these gifts. I have the gift of gab, so I could talk to people. I have the gift of writing music. I could write songs, not even for myself, but for other people. And I can actually rap too. You know, I can spit, I can sing a little bit. And if I were to not use these gifts, I would literally just be insulting God. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we're all here for a purpose. He put us all here for a reason. You have special gifts. You have special gifts. Like, and that may not be my gift, but he gave me this gift, so I have to use it. And hopefully the only thing I'm really trying to do here is show the world that if I can fucking do it, anybody can do it. Because who the fuck am I? You know what I'm saying? I just thought I could. And that was it.
Yeah, what's
And
for
now
you?
I'm here.
What's for you is for you. Can't nobody change that shit.
So what do you believe your purpose is?
I believe my purpose is literally just to inspire others. Do good and inspire others. Because like I said, if they could see me, a kid, fucking, I come from shit, from nothing, bro. I'm from College Point, Queens. If you know where that's from, it's not the worst place in the world, but it's definitely not the best place. A lot of people don't do great things coming from there, but some people do. And just, I guess, seeing that, bro, I always felt like I had a higher calling. Like I wasn't supposed to work a 9 to 5, you know, and I've done it.
How was it? How was it growing up?
It was cool, you know. Growing up in Queens definitely showed me like the humble side of life, you know. So I grew up around all kinds of people, all colors, all walks of life, rich, poor, anything. So it really just taught me just to be, you know, and accept everyone for what they are, and that's it. But it also really gave me like that culture of influence of hip hop, and
Right, for sure,
graffiti
Queen, yeah.
and all that shit, you know. So like I got into that at a young age. A lot of my friends were fucking getting locked up for doing graffiti and shit, like stupid shit that I knew was dumb, But like, hey, if that's your calling and that's your purpose, go ahead, do your thing. You know.
Who has better rappers, Brooklyn or Queens?
Queens, straight up. Shout out to 50. Shout out to
Queensbridge,
Nas.
Yeah.
Shout out to Run DMC.
Damn.
Rakim,
You know what I'm saying? Come on. Yeah, man. But then I moved out to Long Island too, which was cool because I got to see both sides of life. I got to see humble beginnings, and then I got to see people that didn't have such humble beginnings and how the difference was. You know, I'm like, wow, I'm glad I'm not brought up like that with the silver spoon in my mouth because I know fucking reality. I know real life. You know.
You know, when you're brought up like that, you're like kind of low key, dude. You're a little bitch.
Straight up.
Like I can't stand that kind of shit, dude.
Yep.
I see so many people brought up like that, and I'm not hating it at all, dude. It's like they act like a bitch. And it's kind of weird. Like what the fuck?
Like we said before, though, they just have not had experiences that we have, so they don't know that. They don't know how to act. You know, they act different.
But I still feel like you shouldn't act like a bitch, though. You know what I'm saying?
Unfortunately,
like,
it happens.
I gotta say that part.
There are some kids that aren't bitches, though.
Yeah.
There
That's
is.
what I'm saying. So I feel like it's on them. Like, how you gonna act like a bitch?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I just can't. I can't understand that part.
That's why it has nothing to do where you're from. You'll find someone that'll beat your ass wherever you're at. You know.
Exactly.
For sure.
So the next step, dude, like, okay, so if you can rub a magic lamp and be like, okay, this is what I want. This is what I want to do next.
Yeah.
What is it?
Big booty bitches.
Yeah, hell yeah, always big booty bitches. But I think just to stay focused, you know, keep my head down and really plan strategically. I think that I focused on the business side of this first before anything else, which has definitely given me an advantage because there's a lot of things to focus on. But I read a book called Everything You Need to Know About the Music Business by Donald Passman. If you haven't read that shit, check it out. It's literally the Bible if you're trying to get into the music industry. Any step of the way. There's a fast track way you could read it, or you could read the whole thing in detail. But it lays out everything. Management, marketing, your team, how to build your team, like all that shit. It lays it all out in front of you. And if you know the business, bro, no one can fuck you.
Dude, that's literally what it is.
That's the main part.
No, dude. Like, that is, like, okay, so I can do the dirtiest shit part of my business to the biggest side of my business, and all in between.
Yeah.
If you don't know that shit, everybody's gonna fuck you over.
That's it.
In your head, all kinds of different ways, dude. You have to know that shit. So to me, it's like a blessing. Like, let me just explain one thing. Have you heard of Caterpillar, the big company Cat?
Yeah,
right.
of course.
Okay. So there's a guy Riverside and out there in LA, Caterpillar. It's a big company, dude. A guy owns, like, I think it's 4 different franchises of it.
Okay.
And he has sons. He made his sons start, I don't know if you know, but cleaning machines, like pressure washing them. You're going to come home, like, full of
course.
caked of grease.
I've done power washing many times.
Okay, so you come home, for they don't know, come caked in grease.
Yeah.
The dad's a millionaire. Their kids come home caked with grease.
God bless.
Can't even, like, their towels are being destroyed because it doesn't all come off. Nothing ever comes off at the first shower. Like, you got time to take like 3 showers for this shit to even come off, to wash your hair, whatever the case is.
Yeah.
He made all his kids do that.
God bless.
Right? Then he brought them into parts. Then he brought them as technicians, and now they're running the show.
Smart.
And the thing is, dude, is the dad, like all of the sons now are running the every single franchise perfectly.
Wow.
To the point where they respect every single person that works for them, and nobody can bullshit them.
Yep.
Because they know exactly how long it takes us to do a certain job.
They've done it all.
Everything, dude. And I'm like, dude, that is the best fucking dad ever. Like, how do you, like, put your sons, at the end of the day, it like, low key, like, because they're like, Dad, why would you do this to me? It hurts you a little bit,
Yeah.
like, to be like, see them like that, but you know what it's gonna make them.
In the long run.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, and what it did too is now all his franchises are badass. They're not being destroyed by a rich ass kid that got his way and all that kind of shit.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like that kind of world changes everybody.
You
dude.
need it. You need it. Because then shit, like you were saying, if you just start at the top, shit goes wrong underneath you, you don't even know what the fuck to do. You know? So that's never a good thing.
So when you know the background of all the shit that you're learning, and you think, hey, I shouldn't have to learn this shit, dude, it's meant for you to learn that shit.
Yes.
It's meant, because nobody can mind fuck you or change the way, dude, it took me like 2 hours to do this. Dude, I did this shit.
Yeah.
Took me 10 minutes.
Speaking of that, bro, that was a big adjustment coming from New York to here, bro. Because in New York, the turnaround for a song, I'll be in the studio on Friday. I'll have my shit back, mixed, mastered, ready to go for the radio by Wednesday. Here, they're like, no, man, chill, man. It's all good. No, it's not all good, brother. Like, get my shit done, yo. What the fuck?
The turnaround's supposed to be quick as fuck.
Literally,
Sure.
it's like he said. I know it doesn't take that long, bro. Don't fucking bullshit me, bro.
That's why you have to learn all the ins and outs.
Yeah.
And I think that it's best for everybody to do that. Not everybody's going to get that, though. Because when you got money, like, people just give them shit, and they ain't being asshole kids or whatever later on, adults, whatever later on in life. But when you learn that shit, it changes who you are.
Absolutely.
And I think the realest people need to learn that shit.
It's true. And you know what's funny? When I first came out here, bro, it was not all peaches and roses, bro. Like, I got fucked over a couple times, like, off the rip, bro. First,
Studio shit?
Yeah. First EP, pussy-ass dude ran off at $1,500 when I paid him to mix and master my tracks. Cool shit, too. I was solid on the relationship side, was helping him out, anything he needed, you know. Solid dude. You know who I am. Took advantage of it completely, took my kindness for weakness. I don't even need to say shit about him because we see where the fuck he's at now.
If he sees this, he'll know who it is.
He'll know who the fuck he is, bro, and he'll know he's a pussy. Straight up. But other than that, bro, fucking, you know, other shit. If that could have been the end. I could have crashed out, done some stupid shit, but I was like, you know what? What I'm doing here right now, this is so irrelevant, bro. What's $1,500, bro? Keep that shit. Wipe your ass with it. I don't give a fuck, you know?
Yeah.
Took it, paid someone else, got that shit mixed and mastered. It was out. Did 3 music videos still. Didn't stop my shit. I'm like, what I have going right now is much bigger than $1,500.
Yeah.
And karma's a bitch, bro. And karma always comes back, you know?
Always.
Always.
If it's years later, it doesn't matter. It's going to come at you some way, somehow.
Exactly.
So was that time in LA? Was that your first show?
Just now that you were at?
The LA one.
At the club?
Yeah.
Hell no.
What,
I'm not new to this. I grew to this.
How did you take that one? How was that one? Do you think you killed it?
That one was definitely dope. It was only one song, so it was more like a showcase. We were new with the people, so it's understandable, you know, being in a club, even putting you on stage at all is like kind of risky. They don't know if you're good, if you're bad, whatever.
Yeah.
But they took the chance. It went well. People reacted well, you know. I definitely had a good time up there. It was my first time like in a club on stage.
Well, in LA, was it your first time in LA performing?
Nah, I've performed before in LA.
Or California, I mean.
Yeah, I performed out in El Monte. I performed out in Fullerton. I performed downtown at Catch One with Small World. Shout out to Small World, my boy Dante. Shout out to SB as well. But shit, man, you know, that was actually another huge turning point in my career out here. Was when I did perform.
Yeah.
It was with Small World, was my first like real performance out in LA, and I met a whole bunch of people. Shout out to Mia, shout out to Cass, shout out to Deleuze Cannon, shout out to my boy Dante, shout out to Jiggins, shout out to everyone over there. But we met a lot of fucking people, and we've just connected the dots, you know. We've done a lot of music videos together. We formed a group called One of Them Ones, so it's me and 4 other artists that we haven't put anything out yet, but we have some songs in the works.
Okay.
That'll be coming out soon. But yeah, fucking big shit is coming with shows. April 19th, I'll be on stage at Kushstock. Shout out to Kushstock. That'll be my biggest show to date.
I heard, I know Kushstock. Yeah, it's pretty big, pretty huge.
I was gonna
big
say,
performers too.
Big performers. There's supposed to be about 10,000 people in attendance. So
what city is it in this year?
It's in LA. Right in LA. Yep. Right in LA this year.
Yeah. Has your family from back east? Come out?
They're gonna come out for that one. My brother and his girl and my mom, they're gonna fly out. My mom's coming from New York. My brother's gonna come out from Florida. So that should be dope.
No, we'll be there. I can't miss that one.
Hey,
for sure.
Super VIP.
Is there a difference when it comes like for your music from New York? I know the vibe is different. They're on a different time, different wave, different style. Obviously in Cali. So like, do you think you get more like feedback or love when you're doing it out there versus out here?
As far as like doing this shit goes, it's easier to do this here in LA just because this is where shit happens, you know? I grew up in New York where if you're already established and you're famous, great, bro. It's probably your playground. You'll probably have the best time there. But if you're up and coming, they don't give a fuck about you, bro. Like they really don't. They don't care to put you on stage. They don't care to help you. So it's like, where the fuck do you start? They don't care about you, bro. Like unless you're somebody, they're like, nah, fuck you, bro.
Or you gotta pay.
I heard it's
or
harder,
bring 50 people.
Yeah, you gotta pay.
We'll you could bring 50 people.
Do they hit on you because you come to LA to do this shit or not? I'm just wondering because I don't know.
Not necessarily. I haven't got any hate on that at all. Just because people understand, you know, especially people in the industry, they get that the industry's here.
A lot of East Coasters, they don't. They all don't. Most of them don't sign with a lot of East Coast. There is no East Coast labels, is there? Really?
I mean, Def Jam, fucking all that shit is East Coast. Yeah.
And then you have the Atlanta
Atlantic Records.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. It all depends. Like, I don't know. It has to be the right deal. You know, I don't give a fuck where it is, but it just has to be the right deal if you're gonna sign.
Yeah.
But coming from New York, if you want to do theater, go to New York. But if you want to be in entertainment, TV, podcasting, music, come to LA. And reason I say that is shit happens here that just doesn't happen. You're gonna rub shoulders with people that you just won't with anywhere else.
Because they just won't fuck with you because you're coming up.
Not even that.
No,
just because like
it's more people, more opportunity.
It doesn't happen, bro. It's not.
What do you mean? So like let's say like I put a podcast out there in New York, right? And I'm trying to get people, they won't come on.
The industry is here, bro. So like me being back home, this is what I experienced. Well, everyone's experience is different, but all my friends were 9-to-5ers. So trying to get someone on a podcast there was like pulling fucking teeth, bro. They don't want to be on camera.
Fuck, huh?
Not even that, bro. Cool. You have a podcast. Yeah. That's cool. To you, it's important. To them, it's like, I don't give a fuck about your podcast, bro. I'm going to work tomorrow. Like,
yeah. Oh, no shit.
You know what I'm saying? But people out here,
though?
Yes, bro.
Because out here, everybody wants shine.
Out here, I have a fucking list. Like, I literally can't accommodate everyone out here.
Damn.
It's crazy. And that's just because of where we are, bro. This is where entertainment is. And besides that fact, though, like, the industry's just here. People are here. No. Things happen here in LA.
See, I wouldn't know. I've never been to New York. So I wouldn't even know that shit. But I feel
look
like
at even Kai Cenat, bro. He's from New York. Yeah. I was on his stream in LA.
Oh yeah.
Because
most of they buy houses or they rent or they Airbnb houses and they do their podcasts out here.
Exactly. So that's how I got on all those streams. I was on Neon stream. I was on Kai Cenat stream.
That's weird. I would have never known that shit.
Exactly. And that's why shit just happens here.
We grew up out here, so it's just like, you know.
That's what he was saying before. We're used to it, and you know what I mean. It's in our hands. Out there, or even from different countries, people grind harder because they don't have it like we have it.
See, and that's what happened to me. I was working. I remember working for somebody, and I remember being like thinking like, hey, why don't you ever see like bices on the side of the road, like begging for shit?
Yeah,
they have oranges or
they work for it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I know, but let me explain because me and my brother had this conversation. I was like, you never see the bices on the side of the road begging for shit. You don't see that shit.
Yeah.
If they are like Mexican dudes or like dudes that are from here, you know what I'm saying? And then I started thinking in my head like, why are all these people from different countries have businesses like liquor stores, construction companies, all this shit? And I was like, fuck that. Like, we're not going to let people just take over. Like, we can do the same shit.
Hell yeah.
These motherfuckers came from nothing. And I started hearing stories how they came from nothing.
Literally.
They came out here, and I'm like, you know what? Fuck that. We need to do this shit. And me and my brother had this whole conversation. Then we started our business. Then I started doing that shit, and I just started going.
Yep.
And I feel like we have more opportunity out here than anybody.
Anywhere.
All you got to do is fucking do it.
Yeah.
That's all you got to do.
That's it.
And it takes a lot. It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of patience.
Even shit like, bro, like opportunity is just abundant out here. Even when it comes to like food businesses, bro. You could be a food vendor set up on the side of the street. You don't even need a fucking restaurant, bro. If you want to be in food and you don't do that, you're just fucking lazy, bro. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. If you're passionate, like, I want to own a restaurant, I want to do this, and you're not even doing the shit that's free, you can set up and test your recipes on the street, bro.
Dude,
come on.
Hey, legit. Dude, you need to say that one more time, like low key, everybody can hear, because that's legit. You know why? So legit. You know what I did when I started my business? I was driving up and down the Cajon Pass, where you come down.
That's the 15 on the way to Vegas.
Okay.
Vegas. I would drive up and down in a circle, looking for broken down trucks.
Wow.
And then I would say, hey, we just finished a truck out here. I see you broken down. You need help. But I didn't. We'd be up there at 5 a.m., dude. It was still dark. Me and my brother were doing this shit. Boom. We'd fix like maybe like 4 or 5 trucks, and then all of a sudden we got the shop. We did all that shit, right? But what I'm saying is like you said, selling your food on the corner that you think you're too good for it. That's the problem.
Yep.
You think you're too good to do that shit.
Yeah.
But you got to be the guy that's still mopping your fucking floors.
Literally.
And
what if that guy doesn't come in that day? The floor
Exactly.
still needs to get mopped, bro. Who's gonna do it?
Somebody gonna do it. I'm myself.
Exactly.
And that's what I'm saying too. Is I would go into customers, right? And I'd walk in and I'd see the dude that was like the lowest of the lowest, like a janitor type dude, basically a luber, right?
Yeah.
And I would say, hey, how you doing, man? How you doing? As I walked in, and then I'd go talk to the service manager, and all of a sudden, and this girl that I was doing sales with, she'd always be like, why do you always say what's up to everybody? I'm like, you don't know where the person's going to be.
Of course.
But all of a sudden, that guy was a luber. He was a service manager.
Hell yeah.
And I was like, see what the fuck I told you?
Yep.
And the dude gave me all the work. He's like, you know why I give you all the work? He told me, You know why I give you all my work? Because you always said hi to me. You were always
what
cool
up.
with me. You looked at me like I was a person. Everybody looked at me like I was a piece of shit. Nobody said nothing to me when they walked in.
Yeah, nah.
And I went through the same shit. That's why I said you always acknowledge. Everybody's a human being anyways.
At the end of the
why
day,
you got to
bro.
be an asshole?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You don't
Yeah.
got to be an asshole.
That's what even like celebrities and shit too, bro. We're all human. Who gives a fuck, bro? None of that shit at the end of the day matters, bro. Man to man, woman to woman. We're all fucking here. We bleed the same blood. Like, fuck all that shit. Like,
Yeah.
it's really stupid. Everyone does deserve to be treated with the same respect.
Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely.
I think that so much, dude. Like I look at that as a win for me because I was like, you know what? I'm gonna always look at everybody equally.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck who they are.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, dude, like I remember, so I was being trained. This is where it happened. I was being trained to be a service manager, but all the people that came in didn't know that. So they literally walked right by me like I didn't exist.
Gotcha.
Once I became the service manager, I fired all of them.
Yeah.
All my parts guys, everybody that came in, I said, "No, fuck you. I don't fuck with none of you."
Yeah.
I brought my own people in and got from them. Even the owner was like, "Why did you do that?" I'm like, I don't need them. They're part. They would charge you like way more and all this shit. But I didn't even care about that part. It was about you guys didn't say shit to me because you guys are fucking assholes.
Yeah, no respect.
You know what I'm saying? Like how you gonna do that shit?
Absolutely.
You know what I'm talking about?
I know
dude.
exactly what
you
you're
know what I
talking
mean.
about,
So like when that shit kind of comes down, like you'll see who's real and who's not.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yep. And people remember that shit. They remember how you treat them. You know.
Yeah.
So treat people how you want to be treated at the end of the day.
Especially when you're going through that.
Absolutely.
When you're kind of like low key, like just working for somebody, trying to make it through, and all these people come in and they don't give a shit about you.
They don't. They don't.
Nobody really does though.
Yeah.
Like, you have to make shit happen on your own, right?
That's it, bro.
Who knows more than somebody that came fucking from across the fucking country?
I think that's what makes most entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
Because they get tired of working for somebody else, getting
That's the
treated a
thing,
certain
bro.
way, and you're busting your ass, and then they let you go in
You know
10
how many
minutes.
people's business I've helped thrived in my
Yeah.
life? I worked for a ski shop, bro, became the manager when I was 19 years old. Why? Because I showed up on time every day. Anybody that needed help, even when they got hired and needed anything, I would just help them. Yeah, you don't know how to do this? Just let me know. I'll help you out. And just by that, boom, got promoted. #1 salesman for many companies. And I'm like, yo, fuck all this shit, bro. I'm doing this shit for me. Like, fuck you, bro. It's cool and all. I appreciate the opportunity, but it's time to
But
go.
you still needed all that.
I needed to do every single
Yes.
thing I did.
E-
Absolutely.
even feeling like you were like fucking screwed, cheap, skated, whatever it was. And I used to hate that. I wanted to be like, fuck those guys. You know what I
Literally.
mean? Because I'm kind of an asshole, low key in my mind about shit like that. I'm like, fuck these guys. You know what I mean? Like they fucked me over.
But you know what
Fuck them.
happens?
in my mind.
But it actually was good for me.
But you know what happens? You grow up. And you're like, you know what? Fuck all that shit. That shit's childish, you know? I'm not even going to respond to that. If these people want to do it, let them do it. But I'm older now. I'm a man. I'm not going to fucking entertain shit like that. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're real about shit, you don't have time anyways. to
Exactly.
entertain it.
Exactly.
You have to move on.
And you'll never see someone doing better than you hating on you. You know?
Yeah.
They're never doing better. They're never doing better than you.
Yep.
Whoever's hating on you is not doing better.
Exactly.
That's
Most of the time.
that's legit. Why the fuck they hate on you if they're doing better? You know what I'm saying?
They're
Like,
not.
there's not.
They're
There's
not.
or they're not happy with their life.
Yeah.
Even if they are doing better, their life is shit.
That's on some misery love company type
Yes.
shit.
Bro,
Yes.
so if you find yourself hating a lot, ask yourself, why am I hating?
Where are you at? Where are you at?
Hey, I love that. And I even have a boy that actually is kind of a piece of shit low key, but his brother hates on him all the time, and his brother's like making a fucking ton of money.
Damn.
But he probably is miserable in his life with his wife and all that kind of shit. Like low key, we kind of know that. But I'm just saying, like damn, like why are you so mad? Like have a good time. Like life is too short to be miserable.
I agree.
For real.
You know
I
what
agree.
mean?
And
Like-
nothing is that serious, bro. At the end of the day, if no one's dead, hurt, dying, we're good, bro. Everything can be fixed. Chill.
Hey, you need to listen to that shit because nothing is that serious. And when you're like married, sometimes you really think it is that serious.
Nothing is that serious.
But hey,
bro.
fuck that bitch. Sometimes
Those are your feelings, bro. And I'm sorry, but your feelings are not facts. Like, you know,
Hey,
that's
say
it.
it one more time.
You may feel a type of way, but feelings aren't facts. So you just got to let your
Bam.
feelings pass and be logical about it. That's why
Yeah.
never act in the moment. If you're mad, sit on it. You won't be mad in an hour.
Yeah.
You know, smoke some weed.
Or fuck that.
Smoke some weed.
Yeah, or you act on it and go to jail. That's up to you.
Crash out.
Yeah, fucking A.
So what's next for you though now?
So next is to just keep building on the platform that I've already established. I think I have a pretty solid foundation. Like I said, I taught myself the business first. I still have tons to learn, And that's the thing. Always be open-minded. Don't think I got this shit figured out. You got to be able to adapt at any moment. Because none of this shit has ever gone the way I thought it would. You know? I saw this in my head, and oh, wow, it's going to go like this, this, and this.
But low-key, you're doing things.
Thank you.
Like, and that's cool.
I appreciate it.
Like, you're actually making things happen.
Thank you. Thank you.
And I feel like you should. I know we're not, like, when we're in the motion, we don't look at that.
Yeah.
We just like, hey, we need to be here. And that's cool. That's cool. Every once in a while, though, just sit back and be like, that's dope.
But you know what?
You know?
I'm super grateful. Like, literally, I pray every single day. I thank God for putting me in the positions that he puts me in.
You're a Christian?
I grew up Roman Catholic, but yeah, I mean, I'm not super religious, but I believe there's a God, and I just believe in being good. I believe you do good, and good will happen, you know? And that's it.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's good, though, man.
And then you want to let everybody know, like, as far as like the music side, where they can find your music.
Shit, man, you can find it on all platforms: Apple Music, Spotify, wherever you get music by B-GUNZ. All that, yeah. I just got a new song out called Life. Put that out last month, and I got another song dropping on the 20th of this month. So keep an eye out.
So you're gonna flow for us?
I can flow for you if you want.
Let's do it, man.
I got you.
Yeah, let's do this.
Speaking of it, I'll spit the song that just came out for you. This song is called Life. And shit, we'll get right into it.
Let's do it. Let's do
it. Shout out to my mom. This song was inspired by her. Wasn't meant to be, but it ended up that way, and I was like, you know what? She deserves it. But it's your boy B-GUNZ.
Let's go.
Look, life will show you what you need, you just gotta listen. Wake up in the morning cooking eggs in the kitchen. It could be so simple, but you always hurt yourself, now you're resentful. And I know you're just doing your best, but everything that you do should be done with your chest. Cause it really is all or nothing. Stop lying to yourself, you should never be bluffing. Grew up in Flushing, puffing on the ganj. I just wanna say thank you to my mom. Yeah. If it wasn't for her, I don't know what I'd do. Just so that it's in a song, Mom, I love you. I'm trying to make you proud by the man I am. When I'm in the crowd, no, I'm never blending in. That's because you gave me hope, never took my dreams and treated them as a joke. You helped me build a strong foundation, gave me good morals, gave me education. I know I can never repay you. Best believe your son would never betray you. My love isn't always reciprocated. I've always been here and I'm glad I participated. Life gave me lemons and I planted the seeds. Now I got a full-grown lemon tree. Yeah. Life's what you make it, so let's make it great. You got to ignore the negativity and hate. People try to tell you what you can't do. Fuck that bullshit, they getting canceled. I know that life's just a journey now, and I'm only just learning how to protect my energy. Yeah. And respect my enemies. Fuck them. Nah, so that's my new song. It's called Life. It's your boy B-GUNZ, B-GUNZ. B-GUNZ.MC on Instagram and all platforms you can find me.
Hey, shit was dope. Dude.
Thank you, brother.
I love that shit.
Thank
actually,
you, bro. Thank you.
That was so New York too.
That's that New
I love
York
that
shit, bro. That's that New York shit.
Damn, that shit was dope as fuck.
My roots definitely run deep, bro. I try to keep the boom.
Hey,
back.
you don't even flow like you talk.
Listen, son. You can make the band. You just gotta go get me cheesecake. Walk over the bridge.
Diddy? No Diddy.
No Diddy. I'm a different.
Oh, he did a Diddy right now.
That was the beginning of Diddy. That was before he started turning weird.
Low
and shit.
key though, when all that shit started getting exposed, I was like, yo, if this is the industry, I don't even want it. I don't even want in, bro. Y'all can all have that gay shit.
Yeah, we ain't doing the gay.
No offense to that, bro, but that's just not what I'm looking for.
I'm just playing.
Yeah, no, we appreciate you for letting us know or bringing you into the
seriously,
world.
that was dope as fuck.
Thank
dude.
you, brother.
That was some play ass shit. I like that shit.
Thank you.
Good job on that, man.
Yep. So stay tuned, bro. New music coming. The Green Rush Nation podcast just dropped today at 4:20 p.m. It drops every Tuesday at 4:20, and it's not stopping anytime soon. So go tune into that. We do Stash and Dash every Friday in a different city. Like I said, this Friday we're in Fontana. Come find us. We're gonna be in San Diego, partnering with Lucali Co. On their jewelry company. We're going to be giving out some jewelry, some weed, some CBD. So keep an eye out. That's on the 21st. We'll be down in San Diego for that. So That should be some good
Dude,
shit.
I love this podcast.
Hell yeah.
Thank you for coming on.
I appreciate you having me, man. This is a long time coming. Long time coming.
You kicked ass, player.
Thank you. Thank you.
You know the.
Of course.
The slogan.
So
You ready?
3, 1, 2, 3.
Shed the sheep. House over Baz. I'm Jacob Casas.
I'm Rico Savage.
And I'm your boy B-GUNZ.
And we are out. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Peace.